council, and I will be voting tonight.
And you certainly have the right to do that. My concern is that the city is going to be subjected to serious potential legal liability. And I would point out that my appearing at a hotel does not raise substantive legal issues of retaliation based on any vote.
Mr. Malone, are you ready to continue with the hearing?
I've concluded my remarks.
Mayor Reno, we will, and we'll start because you do set the tone, you set the procedure tonight. What we would like to do is to have Mr. Rubio give his presentation. We do have a handout for all council members and the city clerk. And at that point, I would talk to the council. And but I want to know, because I'm now beginning to wonder. We're going to be talking about reasons. That's what we're here for. But we're also talking about at the tail end of the reasons a vote. And that vote will, and whether or not that vote is properly taken, and the participants or the proper participants is an issue and can't be separated from the reasons themselves. I will be addressing that issue. And I will be addressing that issue, and it will go beyond the subject of reasons. It will go into who can vote. And if we need to discuss that matter now, in advance of my standing up and being told to sit down, then perhaps it's best that we get on with discussing that right now, to see if that is something that council is going to listen to.
As long as it's part of the reasons for dismissal, that's fine. But I don't think it ought to go beyond that.
Okay, now, then that's not what I asked. I didn't ask that. I said at the tail end, somebody's going to vote. Would you agree with that? There'll be a vote tonight.
I think it's up to the council to see if the motion will be made, yes.
Okay, assuming there's a vote, the question will become, who are the proper participants in the vote? Would you agree with that?
I think all council members will be a participant.
Right. And my plan is to address the fact that some council members should not. Are you saying that's not a topic that we're going to bring up tonight?
I don't think there's any reason why any council member should not participate.
I understand that you don't, and I'm going to address that. Will I be allowed to do that, sir?
No.
I will not be allowed to do that. Then I just want to make this clear that we are not going to talk about who should properly be part of a vote regarding Mr. Rubio's employment. That is an off-limits, taboo topic for the evening. Is that correct?
Mr. Mayor, if I might. Yes. This is an opportunity for Mr. Rubio and you, sir, Mr. Malone, to present whatever you want at the hearing. You can raise any issue you want, including that issue. If you want to make an objection, you can address the council and make your point.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council, Mr. Reno. My last name is Gil de Rubio. I've been working for the city going on 2 years, and it's about time members of the council learned my last name. I'm going to begin tonight addressing the concerns or the allegations of the city council members that were presented to me on March 6th. Before I do so, I would like to review the powers of the city charter regarding the city manager. 6.5, powers and duties of the city manager. The city manager shall be the chief administrative officer of the city. He or she shall be responsible to the council for all the city affairs placed in his or her charge by the charter, the council, or by law. He or she shall have the following powers and duties. A, be responsible for the enforcement of the laws and the ordinances of the city. Hire, suspend, transfer, remove city employees for cause except as otherwise provided by this charter. Make appointments on the basis of executive and administrative ability, training and experience related to work which they are to perform. Cause for a proposed charter budget to be prepared annually and submitted to council, and be responsible for the administration of the budget after its adoption. Prepare and submit to the council, as at the end of each fiscal year, a complete report on finances and administrative activities of the city for the preceding year, and upon request of council, make written and verbal reports at any time concerning the affairs of the city. Keep the council advised of the financial condition and future goals of the city, and make such recommendations to the city council for adoption as he or she may deem necessary or expedient. Exercise supervision and control over all executive and administrative departments, and recommend to council any proposal he or she thinks advisable to establish, consolidate, or abolish administrative departments. Be responsible for the enforcement of all terms and conditions imposed in favor of the city in any contract or public utility franchise, and upon knowledge of any violation thereof, report the same to the council for such action and proceedings as may be necessary to enforce the same. Attend council meetings and participate in discussions with the council in an advisory capacity. Establish a system of accounting and auditing for the city which shall reflect, in accordance with general accepted accounting principles, the financial condition and financial operation of the city. Establish, subject to approval by the city council, appropriate personnel rules and regulations governing officers and employees of the city, and perform such other duties as may be prescribed by this charter or by ordinance or required by him or her by city council, which are not inconsistent of this charter. 6.6 of the Home Rule Charter. Council not to interfere with administrative functions. Neither the mayor nor any member of city council shall dictate or interfere with the appointment of or the duties of any other officer or employee of the city, except as expressly provided in this charter. Nor shall any member of the city council prevent or interfere with any officer or employee of the city in the exercise of his or her judgment in the performance of his or her assigned municipal responsibilities. The mayor, city council, and its members shall deal with administrative services of the city solely through the city manager, and neither the mayor, council, nor its members shall give orders or reprimands to any employee or subordinate of the city manager.